right, I'd like to welcome everybody to the Town of Babylon Zoning Board of Appeals. Please listen to the rules and procedures that will follow for tonight's meeting.
And welcome to tonight's meeting of the Town of Babylon Zoning Board of Appeals. The following is the procedure that will be followed tonight. The matters will be called in the order they appear on the calendar, with adjourned matters being called at the end of the regularly scheduled matters. Matters cannot be heard prior to their published scheduled time. When your matter is called, please submit the affidavit of posting to the secretary and proceed to the podium and give your name and address. The chairperson will then swear you in and read into the record information we have from your application, comments from various town departments, and any correspondence received on your application. The chairperson will then ask you to make whatever presentation you wish to make to the board. After you have made your presentation, the board will ask whatever questions the board deems appropriate, and then we will ask for comments from the public. If you wish to speak for or against an application, we ask that you wait until you're acknowledged. Come forward, give us your name and address, tell us where your property is in relation to the property that's in question tonight, and then please direct your comments to the board, not the applicant or the applicant's representative. We have to keep a record, and we cannot do that if there are people talking over each other or cross conversations. If someone has spoken for or against an application, and they have said exactly the same thing that you wish to say, it will have the same force and effect in the record if you give your name and address, are sworn in, and say that you join in those comments. If you have anything additional to say, please don't hesitate to do so, but keep in mind that you will be given only one opportunity to speak. After the public has spoken, the board may ask the applicant to come back to answer any questions that may have come up as a result of the public comments, or for the applicant to summarize. When the applicant comes back to answer any additional questions, if that happens, that does not start a second round of public comments. Once the matter has been heard, various things may occur. The board may decide the application immediately. It may reserve decision. If the board reserves decision, that does not mean the matter is approved or denied. It just means that the board needs more time to decide, may want to go out and look at the site again, or might want to review the documents and testimony further before making a decision. In either event, the applicant will receive the board's decision in writing shortly after the board makes its decision. If the application is approved, that does not mean that you can then go ahead and start construction or whatever it is that you requested from the board. You will have to wait for the building permit to be obtained from the building department before your go-ahead. On some occasions, the matter may be continued for another night. If it is continued, in most cases it will be for the submission of documents, a new survey, new plans, or something of that nature. If that's the case, no one needs to come back on the new date. The documents will be submitted and no further testimony will be taken. On rare occasions, a matter may be continued for future testimony. If that's the case, then people would have to come back to testify. If matters are adjourned at an open meeting on the scheduled date of hearing, no further notice need be given unless specifically required by the board on the date the adjournment is granted. 3 rules that may affect your ability to proceed tonight. 1. If the sign was not posted for 10 days, we cannot hold the hearing tonight. 2. If you commence this proceeding while you own the property, but no longer own the property, and you are here now to continue with the application, you will need either the written consent of the new owner or the new owner to be present for the hearing. This situation could come about if you sold your house or building, money was held in escrow at closing for a certificate of occupancy or permit, and you're here tonight to clear that up. Lastly, if your application is a commercial application and it's other than a renewal, and there is more than one tenant in the building, then you need your landlord to be here. Is there any applicant that has any difficulty with those situations and would need an adjournment tonight?
Is there anyone that would need an adjournment? Please rise and join the board in Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, before we begin tonight, there are two adjournments on our agenda. Application 2685 of David Singer on 631 Elwood Road in West Babylon. Is there anybody here on that application? It is being adjourned to June the 25th. And application 26-59 of 3 Harmonis property, property located at 121 Lake Drive, Wyandanch. That's also being adjourned to June the 25th. Is there anybody here on that application? Okay, and before we take the first application tonight, is there anybody here on application 2688 Kumo Soshi 76 Inc.? Come up for a second. So, no, just right there, it's fine. We didn't see a sign posted out on Route 109. We didn't see a sign posted on Route 109. It was only posted on, what's the side road? Adele. Say that again?
There was a sign posted.
There was a sign posted? And was it up there?
I've given the pictures. I don't know today whether it's there.
You have pictures of it?
Pardon?
Do you have pictures?
Yeah, I've submitted.
You have pictures?
We,
All right, we'll take it when your application's called, as long as you have pictures of the sign. All right? All right. First application tonight's application 2681 of Sharam Jamel, property located in North Babylon. Name and address for the record, please.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the board. My name is Angel Aponte as the agent for the owner, and the owner's to my right.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Sharam. Nice to meet you all.
Need an address?
22 Herman Avenue, North Babylon.
Okay. And do you both affirm to tell the truth?
Yes.
Okay. For the record, we have a planning division memo dated May 27, 2026. Environmental control memo dated June 2nd, 2026. If approved, this application will not result in significant impact. We have a survey by Peter J. Barbazon dated August 30th, 2025. Plans by Norman C. Locke dated April 13th, 2026. 5 photographs, and we have the affidavit of posting. Well,
There's correspondence on this application. It was item number 3, correspondence.
okay. Okay. What would you like to tell us about the application?
I would like to start with the beginning that the house is existing on the lot. The side yard setback of 7.6 feet is something that cannot be alleviated, so we're asking for relaxation on that. It ultimately adds to the aggregate side yard setback being lower at 19.6 instead of 30. We do have a lot that is undersized with a house that is a normal size for the area, and unfortunately it was just built closer to the north side. We also have building area at 45.7%. I do want the board to reflect that, the meeting to reflect that I have submitted a site plan showing the removal of as many things as possible to try to lower that to the 45.7 instead of the 20, which is the code. Physically, we can't remove any more, otherwise you don't have access to the 2-car garage, which is also part of the legalization. There's a permit on that that has to be final inspection finalized, so it's also part of this whole process. And then to finalize, I do want to inform to the board that the house, we're looking to bring the house to Town of Babylon ordinance, everything legal, and just the owner wants to sell the house and remove it, leave.
Okay. Turn the hearing over to Mr. Shepherd.
Good evening, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I got a couple of different areas I want to ask you about. I have here, it says there was a rodent infestation? Has that been addressed
Absolutely.
by
By
a reputable company?
Yeah, an extermination company. I have actually a receipt of a paid and service that was done.
Okay,
Do you want to see that?
that's fine.
No.
Just for the record now, the rear yard, the wood deck and the roof over structures, it says here are to be removed, have been removed? What?
They will be removed. We don't want to fall into any situations where we're doing work without a permit. So as soon as we have a permit, those things are gone.
Okay, and I drove by there this afternoon. Looks, you've cleaned it up. What's going on in the garage?
Nothing. It's a garage, you can open up the doors, put a car in it.
Did you install the two high windows, those triangle windows that are on there?
That's the way, as far
the
as
way it was?
when I came to the house as the agent, it's always been like that.
Okay. You know, how many kitchens are in the house?
More than it should be, but that, it'll only be one by the time
So
it's
you're
done.
removing a second kitchen?
Yes, sir.
Second or third? How many,
I wish not to say, but it will only be one kitchen in the house.
okay. And the basement, describe the basement to me, just,
Finished basement, large, mostly a large open space. There's a bathroom, which will be a two-piece bathroom once we're done.
Okay.
There's a boiler room, and there's a large closet. There is physically a room that will be opened up and part of just one large.
it's finished though?
I'm sorry?
It's finished, the
Yes, sir.
basement?
Yes, sir.
And you've been applied for a permit for it, to legalize it?
Yeah.
As part of this application.
Okay. Just want to get them on record. I don't at the moment have any more questions, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
I have some questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just to confirm, do you agree to these conditions if the application were to be approved? No cooking facilities permitted in the basement?
Correct. That,
Okay, internal access must be maintained throughout the entire dwelling?
yes, sir.
Accessory apartment permit must be maintained should there be an additional unit with the dwelling?
Absolutely no accessory apartment. We're not going for an apartment. This is going to be a single-family home that will be sold afterwards.
No problem, thank you.
So your intention is you're selling the house? You're not
Yes,
going to
sir.
occupy it?
Maybe
Clean
you can
CO,
address
sell the house.
The den on the second floor with the fridge then?
Yeah. How do we open,
This is the second floor.
mm-hmm,
So we're showing 2 bedrooms, a den, and a full bathroom. Bathroom, den, 2 bedrooms.
yeah,
Den? Like as a living room?
why is there a refrigerator in the den?
You said?
That's what's physically up there now. If it's a problem, we can take it out. It's not an issue.
Well, you know, what concerned is that we just asked if, how many kitchens there's going to be, and now all of a sudden there's a second floor. You know, your
I don't-
intent, I don't know your intent, you say you're selling the house, so it's,
Yeah, so again, it's just.
and it has to be sold as a single-family home.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, just so we're all clear.
You realize that it's going to need to be inspected, and if there's more than one kitchen, they're going to have to, all of that has to be taken out. It's going to be a single-family home.
100%, yes, sir.
Okay.
And you agree to all the conditions that Mr. Party just mentioned?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I have no further.
Any other questions from the board?
How many families are living in the home currently?
0.
You guys got all the tenants out?
100% vacant.
No more questions.
Would anyone like to be heard on this application? You gentlemen, have a seat. Oh, wait. You're the applicant, so you let him talk first. Go ahead.
Yeah, so thank you, board. So as I said, like my expediters, I would like to bring the house up to code, and the intention is to sell the house. So thank you very much for your cooperation, and looking forward to working with you guys. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
And by the way, I've already met all the neighbors in person as well. The last 2, 3 years, I went to each of their houses as well, just to assure them the same thing as well, to tell them that the houses we are bringing up to court and we're selling the house as well. So it's on the file. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, come on up. Just need your name and address for the record, please.
I'm Mike Rotuno. I live on 26 Herman Avenue, so I'm abutting the house.
Okay.
I'm the one that submitted that 2-page document that you guys received. That was before Sharam and I met on Tuesday.
Are you
So,
affirm to tell the truth?
absolutely.
Go ahead.
I have witnesses here to say, and they'll correct me.
This is just to make sure.
All right, so,
Go ahead.
so our immediate concern was not necessarily what they were going to do
You need
to take things out of the
You need to speak to us.
Like-
Go ahead.
to take things out of the house. The goal here is whatever was done at the end is that the house is coded and taxed as the way it should be, if they wanted to do something that it's not now, you put the board out front, we had the opportunity to come in and speak our piece. So tonight, we've already heard everything we wanted to hear, okay? The only other concern I had was, I figured if we went through this night, no issues, tomorrow morning I wake up and I got 47 cars in the driveway, in the backyard, people all over the house, men running around all night, my wife, all the women here, my daughter, they were afraid to get out of the car or get in the car at night. So Shahram has put here and told everybody, no one's moving back in that house. It's going to stay empty until it's sold. I'm satisfied. Are we satisfied? Everybody okay? All right. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
That worked out real well because I thought it was going to take an hour up here.
So do we. Just so you know. Would anyone else like to be heard on this application? For the record, there are none. Come on back up.
Do we want the fridge removed from the second floor? Do we want a door removed?
Yeah.
Doesn't look like this necessary.
Yeah.
I know you can make those conditions, or you can make it on the plans, but I think
Okay.
it needs to be addressed.
So on the second floor, we want to, what are we doing there? We want to eliminate that den area, take that refrigerator out of there.
No problem.
What else?
So on the first floor, I mean, this is the back vestibule, you go, there's a door, you can go to the first floor, you go straight upstairs to the second floor.
Right up to the second
Which is
floor.
typically something we see for accessory apartment.
Yeah, no, you at least open it up to take this door out.
This here,
Okay. You willing to amend the plans?
That,
What we're asking for?
what you're seeing there is showing that we're gonna remove that door. We don't have a door proposed there. There's a wall and a hallway that's created right next to the cursor. That wall is not there now. That's to have full access through the inside of the house to the second floor and the first floor.
Okay.
So I've already been over with these issues with the plan examiners, and this is where we've landed with everything.
Okay.
And the refrigerator too.
We'll get rid of the refrigerator.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm good.
I just would put the condition, all refrigerator, kitchen appliances removed from second floor. So plans examiners know.
All right, Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve application 26-81 with the conditions listed on the planning memo, and that all the kitchen appliances, refrigerators, and anything else that's on the second floor be removed and taken out.
All in favor? Aye. Okay, thanks for coming down, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate it, okay? Hopefully this will make things better for you.
Thank you very much, board. Have a good night.
Okay, thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. And thank you, the neighbors. Thank you.
Next application is application 2684 of Eric and Erin Kodazodi, property located in West Babylon. Kodazodi. Name and address for the record.
Good evening, Diana Laspisa with Morano Expediting Services, P.O. Box 39, Bethpage, New York, 11714, here on behalf of the property
Do
owner.
you affirm to tell the truth?
I do.
For the record, we have a planning division memo dated May 27th, 2026. Environmental control memo dated May 2nd, 2026. If approved, this application will not result in significant impact. A survey by Barrett, Banucci, and Van Weel dated March 28, 2002. Plans by BZE Designs dated January 8, 2026. There are 8 photographs, and we have the affidavit of posting. What would you like to tell us about the application?
Good evening, Chairman, members of the board. Diana Laspisa here on behalf of the property owners, and we're requesting permission to install an in-ground pool with paver patio, maintain an existing roof over, and a shed. This proposal requires relaxation from the board for the following: increase in maximum allowed lot coverage from 30% to 41.5%, reduction of side yard setback from 6 feet to 2.3 feet for the existing shed, and reduction of side yard setback from 25 feet to 22.63 feet for existing roofed-over patio. The proposed in-ground pool will be 18 by 34, which is a pretty standard size and quite proportionate to the yard. 10.3% of the lot coverage increase attributes to the pool patio itself, which is a key component with the installation of pools. The patio is fairly modest in size with a 4-foot walk-around, a small tanning area, as well as an area for the placement of a fire pit. The proposal is reasonable in scale and consistent with typical residential pool installations. Both the roof over and shed were installed in 2020 during COVID. The roof over was constructed by a licensed contractor, and the owner assumed the proper permits were in place to do so. I'm not sure what the miscommunication was, but I do know that the industry at that time was in quite disarray, so I can only assume that that was a contributing factor. With that being said, the setback requested is already established by the original dwelling, and no further encroachment is proposed. The shed was purchased and built on site by a company, and Mr. Kozadoy believed that sheds of this size were allowed a 2-foot setback. The shed is supported on concrete blocks over a prepared stone base. Although it is not permanently affixed to the ground, the relocation of it would be quite challenging due to the size of the structure as well as the presence of a very large tree directly to the east. He can't just move it 4 feet off the fence to comply. He would have to move it to the north several feet and then to the east. The shed has existed for several years without creating any adverse impact on neighboring properties or the surrounding community. He is fully aware that if the board should act favorable on the application, that the approval would run with the life of only this shed and not any future sheds would need to be placed in a compliant location. They also, for the record, have no objection. They have no intention of enclosing the roof over off the back of the house, and they have no objection if the board wanted to make that a condition of the approval. I do have some additional photos. The photos that you have, well, I guess you do have one that shows the tree, but if you want more photos, I could submit those to the board. These were taken yesterday. I just always take more recent ones.
You could submit them, but then you got to upload them to the portal.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know if we got the tree at the initial. So that concludes my presentation unless the board has any questions.
Okay, I turn the hearing over to Mr. Shepherd.
How are you?
Hello, how are you?
Good. All right, so I'm just going to read the conditions here. We're going to agree that the patio not be further enclosed, as
Agree.
you stated. No more increase in the total lot size, lot property
No.
beyond what we're doing to this.
No, I think he covers everything. He's got his roof over, his pool, his shed. I don't think there's much more that he needs
No
at the property.
further. Nothing after this. All right, you're maxed out.
Yes, I would say so. I mean, I don't believe he has any plans at this time. That wasn't mentioned to me. I'll make sure I'm not the one representing him, though, if he does.
I'm the one who's going to have to come back, so that's why I'm asking you. If the shed ever be taken down, or it needs to be rebuilt in conforming location. And has everything that wasn't legal been applied for?
Yes.
Everything's been taken care
Yes.
of?
This all came about when we filed for the pool. That's when everything.
Okay. I have no further questions, Mr. Chairman.
Any other questions from the board? Would anyone like to be heard on this application? For the record, there are none. Guys good? Yeah, okay.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve application 26-84 with the conditions listed on the planning memo.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Next application is application 2686, property located at 1544 Fort Street, West Babylon. Name and address for the record, please.
It's Michael Arado, Captain Permit, 535 Broad Hollow Road, Melville, New York, 11747.
And do you affirm to tell the truth?
I do.
For the record, we have a planning division memo dated May 27th, 2026. Environmental control memo dated June 2nd, 2026. If approved, this application will not result in significant impact. A survey by Michael Minto dated July 8th, 2019. Plans by Andreas Labuiski, January 29, 2026, 10 photographs, and we have the affidavit of posting. Okay. What would you like to tell us about the application?
So we're here today seeking leave to maintain a second-story rear deck and a front porch. We are aware of the one letter that came in with comments about the owner of this property. So this property is not owner-occupied, and the owner had previously filed for a rental permit, which is being held up because of these two structures that need to be legalized first. The issues addressed in that letter have nothing to do with this property in question or the two structures that we are in front of the board today seeking relief for. The front porch has a front yard setback of 21.3 where 30 feet is required, so we're seeking a relief of 8.7 feet. The second-story deck has a setback of 23.2 feet where 30 feet is required, so we're seeking relief of 6.8 feet. Surrounding neighbors have front porches, so this structure is really not out of character for this neighborhood. Per the Suffolk County GIS, these structures have been in existence without incident since around 2001, and the owner purchased this property in 2019, so they were there when he purchased it. As mentioned in the planning recommendations, the owner has no intentions of ever enclosing either the rear deck or the front porch if the board was to approve the application. In addition, once these two structures are approved and CO'd, the owner will be able to receive his rental permit. While these conditions are self-created, we don't feel that if the board was to approve this application, it would create a negative impact on the neighborhood, the surrounding properties, or the environment.
Okay, thank you. Turn it over to Mr. Shepherd.
How are you?
How you doing?
Okay, you might have said, but I'm going to ask you again. Do you know when the second-story deck was constructed?
Around 2001 is what I was able to get through GIS, because after that it skips back and the pictures are just very tough to tell. if
Was it permitted? Was there a permit for it?
No.
So we've applied, we're taking care of that?
Yeah, so what happened was he applied for a rental permit, went through his inspections, they called out the pool, the deck, the front porch. We're gonna demo the pool, the deck that's attached to the pool, and then we're just legalizing the deck and the front porch.
Okay, and how many kitchens? Describe the interior of the house if you would.
I've actually never been in this house, so I didn't do the rental. He did the rental on his own.
So you don't know how many bedrooms, baths, or kitchens?
I didn't go through that.
So is he looking to rent the
He
whole
is, yeah.
house?
He's doing a full house rental. And there is an application in, according to the recommendations.
And there was an inspection done?
Yeah, he told me that the inspection was done, and when the inspector left, he said, you have to take care of that pool. And then when we went to take care of the pool, we realized there was no CO for the deck and the porch, so we had to legalize that. And rather than go for the variance for the pool and the other deck, we're just gonna demo that.
To confirm that inspection happened.
You want to schedule another one?
We know when that inspection happened.
When was the inspection?
Like I said, I'm not sure. He called me after the fact. So like I said, he just said, hey, I need this deck and porch and pool rectified, and that's what we came in.
And just definitely a one-family rental, not two-family or...
As far as I know, yeah, that's what he told me.
Okay.
Rental,
Well, the rental permit, they're going to
they
do
do
it.
inspections.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Okay.
All right, fine.
Oh, any other questions from the board? Would anyone like to be heard on this application? The record, there aren't none? Yeah, I think we're good. We're good, right? Yep.
Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve application 26-86 with the conditions listed on the planning memo.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night, everybody.
You too.
Next application is application 2687 of Alex and Miriam Alves. They live in Lindenhurst. Oh, name and address for the record.
My name is Ashley Lokianis from 131 Berkeley Place, Massapequa, New York.
Okay, and you affirm to tell the truth?
I do.
For the record, we have a planning division memo dated May 27, 2026. Environmental control memo dated June 2nd, 2026. If approved, this application will not result in significant impact Suffolk County Planning Memo dated May 22nd, 2026, a decision of local determination. Take no position for or against. We have a survey by Scalise Land Surveying dated June 16th, 2025. Plans by Kurt Jacobs, architect, dated March 27th, 2026. We have 3 photographs, and we have the affidavit of posting. What would you like to tell us about the application?
Good evening. I am here on behalf of Miriam and Alex Alves, who are the owners and occupants of the subject property located at 11 Frank Street. We are here this evening as a result of an application for a proposed second-story addition and proposed deck. This addition is to be directly above the south side of the existing portion of the dwelling. The proposed second story will have 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a living room, and a laundry area. We are requesting permission to increase the total building area from 20% to 32%, for which we are requesting relief of 12% or 811 square feet. I would like to note that the proposed second-story addition is not what is increasing the building area, but there are several accessory structures which account for the overage, including the proposed deck with steps, a greenhouse, and patios. The lot is substandard for a Residence B, having a lot size of 6,584 square feet, where a typical lot is 10,000 square feet. We are also requesting to reduce the front yard setback from 30 feet to 22.9 feet. The existing front yard setback as it is 24.9 feet, and the 2-foot cantilever is what brings the front yard setback to 22.9 proposed. We do not believe it will be out of character for the neighborhood or cause any detriment to the surrounding properties. The proposed addition is also in character with the neighborhood and will only increase aesthetics. We are also requesting relief to diminish the south side yard setback from 10 feet to 5. I would like to note that this is an existing condition and is not going to be made worse or less compliant based on the proposed work being done. We are also looking to diminish the total side yards from 25 feet to 14.9 feet, which is relief of 10.1 feet, which is also an existing condition. I would like to also go on the record that there has been an application filed for an accessory apartment under application number HAPT-2810, which has passed through administrative review and is in the inspection process. We did speak with that department, and they stated to schedule the inspection at the same time as the second floor addition when we were up to that portion. That's our only request for the evening. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Okay, thank you. I'll turn the hearing over to Mr. Rigney.
Good evening, how are you? So what's the reason for the dormer?
Increase space so that they can have the rental.
So that would be for the apartment?
Yes.
And interior access to the apartment?
Would be inside going straight up. When you
Okay.
walk right in the door, you go straight up the stairs.
Very good. Would you agree to the 3 conditions on the planning memo?
Absolutely. I've spoken with the homeowners earlier today, and they went over the memo that it was given to us.
I drove past the house. It's well-maintained, it's clean, it's neat, it's nice. So, I mean, you can tell they take care of their home.
Yeah.
I have no further questions, Mr. Chairman.
Any other questions from the board? Would anyone like to be heard on this application? The record, there are none.
Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve application 26-87 with the 3 conditions listed on the planning memo.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good luck. Thank you. Set up?
Yeah, expedited for the next client didn't show.
All right, we'll skip it and come back. We'll come back from. Is that Singer? Oh, yeah, no, it's adjourned already. Oh, it's adjourned? Yeah.
Maybe they came in late. You're welcome.
Yeah, I'll announce it again. Okay.
You're welcome.
The next application is 2685, as I announced in the beginning of the meeting. That's being adjourned to June the 25th. Anybody here on that?
Your
Say
case
that-
was adjourned for June 25th.
Okay, any reason, particular reason why?
Yes, the applicant submitted adjournment. They were waiting for payment and for the move forward, which we have now received. But it was adjourned at that same time.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next application is application 2682 of NEO Wellness LLC, property located on East Farmingdale. Name and address for the record.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. John Anzalone for Harris Beach Mirtha Kalina, PLC, 333 Earl Ovington Boulevard, Suite 901, Uniondale, New York, 1153.
For the record, we have the Planning Division memo dated May 27, 2026, Environmental Control memo dated June 2nd, 2026. If approved, this application will not result in significant impact. We have a Fire Marshal's report dated May 19, 2026. No violations at time of inspection. Building is not occupied. Suffolk County Planning memo dated May 22nd, 2026. Decision of local determination. Take no position for or against. We have a survey by William Simmons dated June 5th, 2024. Plans by Harold Gephardt dated April 5th, 2024. 5 photographs, and we have the affidavit of posting.
And there are 2 pieces of correspondence in the board's packet, number 5 and number 6.
Okay. What would you like to tell us about the application?
Good evening. As a reminder, this property is in East Farmingdale in an area that is exclusively zoned industrial, developed with a circa 1953 existing building that will be maintained in its current configuration. At the outset, I would like to address the comments in the Planning Board memo. As indicated therein, there has been a change in the ownership of the property. When this board was heard last year, Neo Wellness was the contract vendee to purchase the property. After consenting to the applications to this board and the planning board, the then property owner alleged that there was a mutual mistake as to the sale price in the contract and refused to execute any building permits, fire permit forms, or documents to close out the site plan. Subsequently, in January of this year, the owner, the then owner and the current owner, Neo Wellness, his sister company, 135 LLC, Allen LLC, they came to a settlement. And after that, the permits were filed with the building department, the highway engineering department, and the fire marshal. The fire marshal permits have been issued. The plumbing and sign permits have been issued. The building permit for the interior alteration submission was made to the building department, which advised that all comments have been addressed, inclusive of payment of fees and submission of contractor insurance, other than closing out the site plan. As to the closing out the site plan, the fees for the planning board approval were filed on April 24th, while the engineering and highway engineering requirement sheets were filed this Wednesday, after planning confirmed they were outstanding. The only remaining item to close out the site plan is the recording of the covenants and restrictions, which the town attorney approved as to form for recording this afternoon. The use is anticipated to commence operation in the fall following issuance of certificate of occupancy. This is noted, this was previously approved last year. The variance relief is, as you can see in the aerial photograph, consistent with the area, and that they're requesting 2 front yard parking stalls. There is front yard parking along this entire strip of Allen on all parcels except for 1. It's also been an existing condition of this property since 1953. I did receive the 2 opposition letters that were referenced by Ms. Green. I did submit through the portal the response we submitted to basically identical comments in 2025 application to the portal with the written submission I did last year addressing those various concerns, most of which don't relate to the actual special permit or the variance relief. They note that they kind of conflate variance relief for the front yard with variance relief overall as to the number of parking stalls. There are 10 parking stalls required by code. There are 10 parking stalls provided. It's only the location of the parking stalls that creates the variance. I have also in that letter gone through all the special permit criteria. If you would like, I can speak to them again. Otherwise, I will rely on the written submission and the submissions that were made last year as to the same standards, as nothing has changed.
Okay, and you agree to the conditions on the planning memo?
Yes.
Hours of operation, on-site consumption, or no on-site consumption. There should be no special events held inside or outside the premise?
Yes, sir.
You agree to all of those?
Yes.
Okay, so the only thing that was holding us up basically was the site plan, and that's being worked on.
Yeah, we should have the CNRs recorded back to the town attorney's office no later
And the
than Monday.
CNRs, right, okay. Okay, any other questions from the board? Would anyone like to be heard on this application? For the record, they're on, we need to wait for site plan. Conditions. Okay. I'll make a motion to approve application 2682 with a condition on the face of the CO that the site plan be completed and that the CNRs be filed.
Second.
And with the conditions on the planning memo
Second.
And for a time period
for 1 year
from issuance of CO.
from the CO. Right.
Yes.
Yeah. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you all. Have a great evening.
You got it. Next application is application 2688 of Kumo Soshi 76 Inc., property located in West Babylon. Name and address for the record, please.
Matthew Bush, architect on behalf of the tenant, 2615 Union Boulevard, Islip, New York. Regarding the photos, we do have those uploaded into the portal. So
You do have them uploaded?
Yep. So you'll see there's one photo from Route 109 and one photo from the side street.
Okay. Do you affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay. For the record, we have a planning division memo dated May 27, 2026, environmental control memo dated June 2nd, 2026. If we were to approve this application, it would need a negative declaration. Fire marshal's report. This office has no objections with the applicant requesting a parking variance. Suffolk County Planning dated May 18, 2026, decision of local determination. Take no position for or against. Survey by Michael K. Wicks dated June 25, 2008. Plans by Matthew Bush dated August 14, 2025. 3 photographs, and we have the affidavit of posting. Okay. Would you like to tell us about the application?
Yes, so we're here for expansion of an existing restaurant. The existing restaurant is currently 2 tenant spaces that are combined. They added a bar portion several years ago, and now they're looking to expand into 2 adjacent spaces to add hibachi tables and some additional dining. There's 74 seats for the hibachi area and then 52 for the seating area. That puts us into a parking variance. There's 479 spaces on site, whereas we're required to provide 542. We didn't really look at this as an issue. The lot is generally not full, especially during the day. And the busier hours of the restaurant, primarily when they're going to be taking in the hibachi customers, are going to be later at night when most of these retail spaces are kind of past their busier times. So we have gone through planning and received our special permit for the restaurant use, and we're hoping that you'll look favorably at the parking variance as well so we can proceed to building permit.
Okay, thank you. Turn the hearing over to Mr. Shepherd.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Okay, and did you see the condition at the bottom of the planning memo
Yes.
regarding the hours of operation?
Which number is that? Yes.
You agree to that?
Yes.
Okay. And just for curiosity, I was on Edel and I drove around the whole thing about 11 o'clock this morning. Where exactly was the other sign, if you don't mind?
So you'll see, are you the one on the side street or the one on 109?
There was 2 on the side, on the fence on the side street. That's why I assumed you didn't.
So there was one, it was posted on a tree. You'll see it in the photos that we have up there, but you could see clearly that you'd see Tractor Supply in the background, and it's posted, or it was posted on a tree on a piece of plywood.
Yeah, right where she's got the cursor, right there, there was 2 signs on Edel.
Yep.
On the green fence.
Yeah, and then there should have been one more towards where
Over there?
where that entrance is.
And you said they're uploaded to the portal?
Yes.
Those photos?
Thank you. Okay. Hold it so we can look.
Yeah.
I have no further questions, Mr.
Any other questions from the board? Would anyone like to be heard on this application? For the record, there are none. We're going to close this hearing. We're going to reserve decision. We'll give the decision in the mail, okay?
All right. Thank you. Have a nice night.
Thank you.
That ends the live streaming portion of the meeting. We will continue on with the remainder of the meeting.